we go. Gonna go see the big fishies?
Yeah.
All right.
Careful, honey.
You guys ready to see the big fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Lou?
Guys.
Lucy,
Hold on.
ready to see the big fishies?
Noah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the net system basically spans all the way across the river.
Into the V, so it just funnels into the middle.
And then that funnels them into this holding pen?
Yeah, that thing drops down, and so that's a chute. They come through, the end of the chute is only about this big.
Okay.
About like that, and they'll come through there. Then once they get in here, it just keeps them in here. There may be one or two that'll go get back in there somewhere, but they usually won't come back in. They'll get a lot of these too once they separate the male and female. If they're not ready to be milked, then what they'll do is they'll just put the males on this side, the females on that side, and keep them until the next day, check them again. And a lot of times by the second or third day, they'll release them, because what they'll end up happening is they'll drop the eggs right in there if they don't.
Sure.
Just let them go upstream and do their thing.
Do their thing.
Yep. So they kind of watch them.
What do you guys tell Calvin for giving you the tour and showing you all the fish?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very cool. I really appreciate your time.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's B, Lucy, and Noah. And what are we going to see here?
Fishy.
Baby fish. We're at the Walker Lake Fish Hatchery.
Oh, don't touch this one.
Yeah, this is the eggs that they just put this morning.
Whoa,
Big.
that's a lot.
Papa. Oh, where's the baby fish?
Careful, in each jar.
Papa, where's the fish?
jar.
Nice. And these are already fertilized ones, right? Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That's all walleye.
Don't touch them. Don't put your arm in there, buddy.
When you take the eggs out, the eggs are viable for about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Once you take them out of the freezer into the pan, and then the sperm is viable for about 30 seconds. So
Okay.
it's a quick boom, 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 and then they stir it with
Mama.
like we put that nice clay in it, which then coats the egg so that they don't all cook together then. And then they rinse them off later, they dump them into these, they got tubs that they bring up. Then they put them into these strainers right up here.
Okay.
And those set down in the water here. And then we just take the eggs out of them, and it's so easy to get the water flows going through.
How small they are?
Yeah. Is there any are not out of the
The last couple of years, I think we took about 43 million eggs.
42 to 43 million.
But is there a lot of baby?
Don't touch. Just
You
look.
see all those little yellow balls in there?
Yeah.
Every one of those is a baby fish. I didn't realize that there was that much, that little amount of time to make the transfer for them.
It's 2 minutes for the eggs, and then 30 seconds for the sperm that survive. Then they use turkey feather and just the sperm, and that's a really light, so it won't break the eggs or anything.
Sure.
And then once they get in there for a certain amount of time, then they'll flush that, rinse it, put it into the tubs, and bring it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all the information.
Yeah.
Something came out of the river.
Mom, what is that?
You better not have eaten that off the floor.
Mom, what is that? I said, I get two.
Yeah.
Those two look like big. I want to
Fighting like, well,
I'm saying,
what females of the first take eggs from? You like those fish? It's fun, huh? You can touch it. You've caught those before. Pretty cool, huh? Thank you.
Yep.
We're just pouring out the water.
Yep,
right?
just pouring out the extra water.
The rest of the process your parents can explain to us someday.
There's a couple eggs
I
down
don't want to
there.
get too involved.
Right?
So you know how many am I?
And this is bentonite clay, you said. And that's what keeps the eggs from clumping up after they've been fertilized,
Yep.
correct?
Puts a little film around them so that they don't clump. Otherwise they stick together.
There's nothing worse than clumpy eggs,
No, I hate clumpy eggs.
right?
I'm taller, so I can see better.
So that step just coated them all with clay, good.
Yep, so that takes the stickiness out.
So they
Yep.
don't clump.
And that and the clay cup and the
can
clay
see-
cup.
There's a few that they naturally just get sticky, so they'll stick to a substrate on the bottom
Sure.
when
So you gotta,
in nature.
You should have
I
put
suppose
more
when
in.
they stream this up so it doesn't just wash them all right back
Right.
out
You
to
should
the
have
lake.
put more in.
What's that?
You should have put more in.
Should I put more in? Okay.
What do you think, Lou? See all the baby fish?
Try and get them all to one side. And then I can go just like that.
Nice. You guys care if I put you on there?
Oh, that's totally fine. Go for it.
There's the man himself explain the bentonite clay process for us. You can see how the eggs are getting darker. They're starting to get their little eyeballs, which is like these. And this gentleman just explained to me that the eggs that are white on the top are usually the dead ones. So they take those and put them in there, just in case any more hatch out of there, save as many as they can. We're back. Now you can see how the tanks are turning really dark, and you can see them in there. They're tiny, but they've started to hatch. So then what happens, as the fries hatch, they swim up, they'll go out these tubes into these tanks, and then they work their way through to the next tank and the next tank until they finally reach the bottom. And then they'll come through this pipe, and that pipe pops up and blows them into this holding tank. And you can see all the tiny little fries, little baby walleyes that are swimming around. So is that kind of how they separate them then? And like,
They'll weigh them out.
okay,
We'll take them over there, we'll weigh them out, so many per pound. And then that's how they go to our lakes. that
know
we
how
put 'em
many
in.
thousand or million are going
Yep.
to what lake?
Yep, every lake has got a different, every lake has got a different amount of what we're putting in each one. The guys during the winter time, they go through and sort out what they need
Okay,
and figure out what's gotta go here and there. Some of these will go to a rearing pond. Then they'll come out as your fingerlings.
sure.
And then those will go to certain lakes.
Well, thank you for all your time and information, Gary.
You too.
And once again, thank you to the Minnesota DNR and all the volunteers that made this possible. Every year, usually about 2 weeks, week and a half to 2 weeks after Ottertail Lake the ice goes off of it, is when they'll start running and stripping walleyes. So that's when they start. It's taken not quite a month to complete this process for the video. So if your kids like fishing, you like fishing, it's really cool to come check out. It's free. Everybody's been super helpful, and we really appreciate the help.
That was a grand adventure. We'll see you on the next one.